Hi guys, welcome to Oliveboard's YT session. This is for your IDBI Assistant Manager interview. So, what are the questions that were asked the previous year from the candidates? I have compiled a list. I have some questions which you should start with and start preparing. You'll get a fair idea on what you need to work on. Okay, write these down and definitely prepare these first. So first, if I talk about the questions, always it is a mix. Like you have your HR questions, then you have your normal bank related questions. So like I'll just note down or list for all of you, so it is easier for you to understand. So usually the first question, which is standard, introduce yourself. Then we have, if you have any gap years, the reason for that gap year after graduation. Okay, what were you doing? You should have a valid reason for this one where you explain why the gap. Banking exams, have you appeared before in any of the banking exams? Right, appeared before, or is this your first attempt? Okay, then obviously related to this is why banking? Why banking? These are your initial, like, starting questions, usually what they ask. Why banking? Okay, this also you should have a good, you can prepare this and you write it down. You should have a good answer for this. Why banking? Then if you have any, like, if when you introduce yourself you mention your graduation subjects, anything and everything, particularly graduation basics, you should know the foundation. So any subject that you have done in graduation, you should know their basics. It's basics, it's foundation. They can ask you any question from there. Okay, then what are your strengths and weaknesses? Strengths and weaknesses. Okay, this I have done a video already, you can check what you can mention. Then we have general awareness questions, right? A lot of general awareness. Now general awareness questions range from anything currently happening. They could be, I'll give you examples what it could be. So RBI's recent measures to control inflation, maybe recent measures, okay, to control inflation. They sometimes might ask you generally also which newspaper you read. Current happenings you should be aware of. So start watching news also. Okay. Then you have questions like, obviously anything related to your rates, SLR, CRR, okay, open market operations. These are just standard questions. Open market operation. All your general awareness basics should be revised for sure. Okay, then WPI, CPI, inflation. So whatever you answer from there, they will pick up. So be smart whenever you are answering also. Whatever you are saying, if you say a new term in your answer itself, they will ask you that term. They will go in depth. So you are driving the interview. You have to understand that. Money market, capital market, these are standard questions. Money market, what is capital market, who regulates what? Okay, so from your answer only they'll pick up some point and they will continue questioning, right? So your answers should be crisp. Do not go or do not mention terms in your answers which you also are not sure of, right? That is important. Then right, sometimes they might ask you, for example, if I talk about current affairs, what is in news basically. So regarding the new viruses here, vaccine, what does vaccine do? Okay, which vaccine did you take? What are the difference in these vaccines? Anything and everything. Now this is very basic which you read when, obviously, COVID news when you read. Okay, uh, also regarding the website, any exam, for example, if I say IDBI, if you are also preparing for, you have to answer anything and everything regarding, go through their website thoroughly. Anything and anything from there can be asked. So website you have to thoroughly go through. Okay, their website is what you have to thoroughly go through. Okay, then whatever else is currently in news, right? Any government schemes that are working. Okay, this also. So current affair knowledge completely, graduation subject knowledge completely, and your personal questions. These three if I divide, These they definitely ask you, and this you should know thoroughly. Like I said, you're driving the interview, so any answer that you give, you have to be very careful, because from your answer itself they'll pick up a point or any term that you use, and they will cross question. So cross questioning ऐसे ही होगा. So I would suggest write down these answers. So if I, or in front of the mirror, if you practice, the best way to practice is in front of the mirror. You stand, you ask these questions to yourself. Okay, and yeah, in front of the mirror you stand and ask these questions to yourself. So if you are asked this, how will you answer? Then you know what are the words you are saying. In fact, record it. Okay, record your answers, and then later review what did you do, what did you, how did you reply back, and what could be the cross question. Okay, from this question. Okay, from this answer. So these are your common ones. There's a lot to prepare, I know, but your basics should be very strong. You don't, even if you do not have too in-depth knowledge, that is okay. You can accept, okay, I do not know this question, this answer, I look into it. But whatever you know, you should not bluff, or you should not, give your answer in a very complicated way, confuse the other person. All those things is what you have to avoid in the interview, right? Whatever you know, your basics should be strong. Whatever you're studying for banking should be strong, and you should be confident while answering that much. Okay, so this is some sample I have given you. Please go through it, write these answers down, and divide it into three categories: HR questions, general awareness questions, what is in news, and banking awareness questions. So three categories you can divide into. That will be the best way. So I'll write it also here for you: HR questions, then separate category banking knowledge. Banking knowledge is all your RBI terms, banking or finance knowledge I will write here. Okay, basics, what you study even before your exam that you did. Okay, starting chapter of any banking, general awareness. Then current affairs, what is happening around you. Okay, schemes regarding vaccines, new diseases, the monkeypox. Okay, new disease that is there, its implication, what is happening around the world, the situation of for example Bangladesh economy, how it is deteriorating with after a sudden growth. And all these answers you can easily get, best source also through news channels. If you learn, if you watch a lot of English news channels now, remaining days before your interview, you'll get a lot of information, and in a very very, you can say, clear way, right? You'll get clarity. So I would suggest that as well. Okay, now guys, we already have a course for your complete IDBI assistant manager interview, right? Preparation, for your interview preparation. Check it out on the Oliveboard website and definitely enroll. So you can use my code also, which is Harshita. You will get maximum discount, okay, in the course. We will provide you with mock, and there will be a panel that will be taking your interview, so you'll have good mock practice as well. Thank you. Any queries, you mention in the comments below. Thank you.